Hello, I'm Czardus. Grab some coffee, sit back, and relapse as we build in a 5B1C. Welcome back to round 3 of this season. We are working on the European side, and one thing I've noticed is that we really need to get more industry importing done, because we're getting a lot of icons, and I'll show them to you in a minute, but we're getting a lot of icons that are really showing that companies are having trouble getting goods in cheaply. So yeah, we're gonna get out of photo mode there. And if you come over here, like you've got some, okay, those are abandoned houses or condemned houses. Those are other issues on the American side. I'm not so concerned about that. I'm on the European side. But what we have is high resource costs, which means they're having trouble importing a lot of stuff. And you see that in the industries too. Over here, it's in the commercial, and this is on the industries. And the reason that is happening is because we're not really producing any raw goods. So we have two options here. One is to ramp up the production, but that is going to be an issue because our unemployment is really low. So adding more jobs isn't going to work. We really need to add more people before we add more jobs. That's not going to work. So the other option then is to bring in more imports or get the transportation costs down in general for all of that. So I've identified this location as a good spot for our cargo train station. And what I want to do is I want to bring it along here and then get it up in there. So we're going to bring a rail along this way and get that over here. And then if we have time, I want to add more people so that other builders can focus on getting more industry production in. But I think this area is ripe for some residential expansion for the European side. But let's go ahead and get going on this industrial build. So the first thing we're going to do then is come over here and get a rail coming off. And really what we should be doing is figuring out the height that we need to be at. But I think for now, we need to get over this road here. So what I want to do is try and bring this rail. Let's actually bring this like here. So it's pretty parallel to that. And then I want it to be pretty parallel to this as well. Probably gonna have to bring that road out. And in fact, maybe go like that. And then what I want is hopefully we can come in here like this, get about 180 degrees that way, and then curve in like that. Road too tight, overlapping. Okay, so we're gonna have to manually do this then. So what we want to do is come down to lower elevation, and we're going to raise the elevation and just try to get this across without it merging. I mean, that looks pretty close, actually. I am really happy with that. Yeah, I think that will work. That was really good for a first try on that. Now over here, I want to look at the terrain, and what I want, we're gonna have to redo this bridge because we're going to need to bring the rail in over there. So I'm going to pause because this is a critical bridge right here on Spring Street. It brings traffic out here, and I mean, they could go and use that. I guess we could play with it unpaused. It's realistic. Construction happens, they kind of take stuff out. But let's go ahead and lower this. And I think that's about where we want it. Although, you know, the one thing we're going to have to deal with is over here we're going to go up. Although maybe if I bring this down here, what is that at? Okay, that actually, is that the same height as this? No, okay, that's better. That's what I thought it was going to be. Way lower there, and we've got something underground there. So I think we want to come up a little bit. Maybe about here will be a suitable spot. Yeah, we should be able to work with that. And then we can get underneath here. We have to be really careful not to mess that really fancy. Yeah, but I wonder if we can get just a tunnel through there then. Let's try that, and then we can kind of slope this up a little bit. And in fact, we could start with that here. That's not too bad. kind of want to go up a little bit more, but I'm also cognizant of how the tunnel is going to work here. So what we want is we're going to come down here. Yeah, see, that is going to be an issue. But if we are... We've got... What is that? Is that a rail coming out? Yeah, I think that might be a rail. Well, anyway. Yeah, it's here. I mean, I'm not too interested in figuring it out. I'm sure we could really easily just by going like this. Underground mode. What have we got there? Yeah, a rail. Coming out this way. Connecting way out that way. Interesting. But, is it? No, it's a subway. Interesting. Okay, but anyway. We gotta figure out how to get this through here. And what we could do... I think I could take out here. That's what we'll do. Okay, so let's get this bridge back in place on Spring Street here. We want to come straight through. Here it is. Go like that, and then we should be able to come back here and get this road. Needs to be elevated, of course. But if we come across like this, that is going to work okay. Yeah, just go up a tiny bit there, get over the rail. Be fun to drive. There's a little bump there. Okay, so that should work. And then from there we can unpause, and now we can do construction here. So we're going to take this road out temporarily, which is going to make everybody mad. And we're just going to bring this right through here. But what I think I want to come up just a little bit more, so that we're not going down too far. But we do need to bring this elevated up like that. Okay, and then hopefully we've got enough clearance to get this rail in. Like that, I think. And then we can come in and we just need to get that same road there. It's a 4-lane road. Okay, the rail, I think, is going to have to move over a tiny bit. Let's bring it more like that. That way we can come back this way. And we can get this elevated slightly. Nope. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about the amount of clearance we need here. We can get it there. And then can we get over? No, we can't get the curve in, but we can get it like that. And then we should be able to get the curve here the rest of the way. Yeah, that's not too bad. I think that'll work. Okay, so then we want to come in here and we want to adjust this road as well. We want the grass on the sides. Can't really get it on the bridge there, but we can get trees here. Maybe not on this side. You know what? Let's just have the grass continue there. I didn't want to put the grass on that side of the road. Maybe I need to click again, though. There we go. Sometimes, you know, it comes back to you, and then you're like, oh yeah, I'm making a stupid mistake here. But anyway, now we've got this in here. We can come in, and we want to level the rest of this, because this is where our main cargo station is going to try and fit. And of course, it kind of clears out nice over there. It's pretty steep over on that side, but that's okay because we'll have the access come in over here. Yeah, this is going to work out well. We're going to come back here, actually no, here, and we're going to take out these trees though. Okay, trees are out. Let's take them out where the rail is going to go to, and then we can come in here. We'll get our cargo train terminal, and it is going to terminate here, and we'll have it come out like this. The purpose of that is so that we can gain a lot of space over there, and we should be able to smooth some of this terrain on that side. And then this rail can just come right in like that. Okay, so then we need to get it to connect over here. Just bring it like this. Relatively gentle slope coming in there. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so then we just have to connect over here. That's not bad at all. Take those trees out. We'll plant new trees in a minute here. And then we get one more curve here. This here is a little bit weird. I don't like that. But we can come in here pretty smooth, I think. Just with one curve. Did not look to see what that slope was, but I know it's more than what I really want it to be. It's probably more like a 4% slope there. And actually, we have space. We can smooth that out. We'll go ahead and do that. If you have watched me before, you know that I like to try to make these rail slopes as realistic as possible. And that is how much space we have in there. So that is what we're going to use. 2.3%. That is a really great slope. Sometimes this game, like, I just got that so close to being in the right spot, and then it clicked funny. But anyway, okay. That gets us connected all the way to the rail station there. And then we just have to bring this rail line in here, which, yeah, should not be a problem at all. So there, the industrial cargo rail can come right off that way and come right into here. Great. So now we just need to clean this up a little bit. Let's go back to soften. Like I said, we can smooth this out on this side. That can smooth pretty well there. And try to smooth this. Actually, what we're going to do is extend this out over here and then smooth it, so that the cutting is more on the side of the train. There. I like how that looks. And then we'll come in and we'll add trees, but I have to reload so that I can get the forest mod to work. Tree controller, that's what it's called in Cities Skylines 2. I'll be right back. Okay, so tree controller is back. We want to come in here. I want midst. So actually we're going to do this one, wild deciduous, and we want to have them be mature, elderly. Yep, we'll get both of those. And then we're going to come in here and just replace these trees in here that we took out. And I think it was just along here. Now, I don't want them in here. I'm still not going to have them in here because we're about to put some industry in. Because I think we should probably expand, or maybe we should leave it open for expansion at the very least. But we can get the trees over on this side. Yeah, that should look good. We'll get just a little bit of an evergreen mix too, so that we get a little bit of variety in there. There we are. Okay, so now we've got the trees back, and now we can connect this road, or this train station. So what I want to do is I want to actually have a driveway going in. So what I want, we're going to build this road here, and then I'm going to build a wider road a little bit farther out. That's probably too far. Let's put it here. And I don't want to go up that hill. Then we're going to come back and we will grab the alley. And we need to get, let's do this right in front like that. And then bring that in. I'd really like to have that curve though. So I think what we'll do is we'll come here, curve there, so that the trucks can easily get in. Same thing over here. Now, it might end up causing some traffic anyway, but I think that's going to look good. So, like, its own little road in there. Not very wide, and I think we can work with that. Then, this road, I'd like, do we have any roads over here? No, we want to bring a road here. Yeah, and in fact, what I want to do is I want to get this like that, so we have a node there. And then we're going to come down, and we can't quite see where that... I want this to come all the way. Yeah. And then we'll put a roundabout here. So now we've got this connected. And I'd like to bring it up here, because we do have some things. We've got farm over there that can come in. We've got, okay, that's sewage. But we've got a rock thing there that can come over too. And then recycling, tram, those don't really need it. But it would be nice to get that up here. So now we've got that road there. What we can do is we can come back and we can smooth to here. Like that. So then this road will come up and over like that. And then we can get another roundabout here. Then what I want down here is I want to... I don't think I can get this alley to come up. I wonder if we can get it to look okay over here with a little turnaround. No, that's not going to look okay. Well, maybe. Maybe. Just maybe it will work. Let's see. So what I want then is we're going to come around like this. We went 24 yards. Yeah. That way the trucks just have an easier time, because you would assume that there would be trucks over here, of course, and it might be difficult for them at times to make those curves. But we can come in there, and I do want it to be level on the very inside there. That should work. We're going to unpause. And so that should get all of these icons to go away. There we go. And now what we want to do is we want to come in and we are going to set up a cargo line from here. And we can go out. Can't get out of town that way. Can over there, but that... then it's going to have to go through there. So we're going to have to figure that out yet. Okay, we're going to wait on that and take a look at the map. So we've got the rail comes out this way, and I could easily extend that, which I'm going to do, but I also want to double check to see if they have any cargo on this side. That's a subway yard. That's a regular passenger station. Yeah, no, there's no cargo on anywhere, and I knew that already because I looked at the cargo lines already. But anyway, we're going to come in here and we're going to get this to extend to the end of the map. And I think actually might make sense to just kind of go right across here. Just kind of keep it along this contour. Yeah, see, it gets too steep there, but we can come down a little bit here and then go like that. And off the map. So there, now we've got an external connection. Gonna weave our way through there, that will work. And we can come in with our cargo line and get this set up. So we want a line that goes from there all the way out here to Burnley and back. And that immediately is going to start to do stuff. I'm going to call this external European Burnley. And we are going to have, how many trains on this line? 2. That is perfect. That's what we want to start with. And that should help us get deliveries here, which should get all the products to get a little bit cheaper and really improve that productivity. So that is one thing we're going to do. We're going to let the game skip ahead just a little bit. Okay, we're starting to have trucks come in, and one thing I want to do is just add a little roundabout there to make it a little bit easier so they can just come in and curve nice there. Now, we are going to still have traffic crossing here, which is not ideal. What would be best is to probably find a way to have in traffic over there and out traffic over here, which I mean, we could do it with a one-way, but then it wouldn't look so pretty with the nice loop there. And we could get probably, yeah, another... It's tempting. It is tempting. Let's see what it looks like. If we bring that in, and then over here we have one lane coming off of this roundabout, like that. That is pretty steep there. What we could do, let's go back here. We're going to take that out, and what we're going to do is we're going to keep this level just a little bit longer. And then we will bring in this road a little bit further. And then we will get the roundabout here. And bring the one-way off like that. And then this road, we can slope up to here again. And that shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, 8.7. We can live with that. And then what we can do is we can come back here, and this can be the way out. So now we've got the roundabout to kind of work with that traffic. But that should make all of that move just a little bit smoother. See, if they're going straight there, and then they'll curve in and make their way over there. Yep, I like that. Okay, let's just smooth this out now again. There we are. And then they have a pretty sharp turn there. What we could do is we could bring it... Yeah, you know what? If we take that out, then they're going to come around like this and get a nice curve going in. I wonder if we could do that just a little bit better too. So get that alley, and then we're going to come in. Now, does that go up the hill? It does. So that looks terrible. Let me play around with it for a little bit. Okay, so this will work. They still kind of drive kind of weird. They'd come in here and then they have a weird turn, but I can't really help what they do on once they're inside. And at the very least, this makes it a little bit smoother for them getting in there. Although that they have to, I don't know. I think I am overthinking that a little bit. But we do have cargo coming in here now, so that is good to see. And hopefully, like I said, hopefully that will get it to be a little bit cheaper for everything. Line usage is 34%, which is what we want to see. Now, the downside is that because the American side doesn't have a train station, we're going to see truck traffic either going through here and then through all of that, or hopefully they come and they get on the highway and then they come along here and curve through here and make their way over this way. Now that might be what's happening. I'm going to watch it for a little bit here and see. This truck, where are you going? You are going to another town. Well, never mind. Okay, well, that is that. So, we'll see that get a little bit better. I'm going to let the game, once again, skip ahead a little bit. Okay, and I'm watching this truck right here. It is going to Patback Mechanical, which is on the American side, and it is going on the highway in this direction. Interesting. I wonder where it's going to go next. I mean, it can't... We have a bridge. I guess we've got a bridge here. That got built at some point. Interesting. Yeah, anyway. So where are we now? You're still on the highway, so you're not going that way. Could be going through Old Town here. Is it like a mystery? Where will he go? Still going straight. Okay, so coming along this way. Wow, going a long way. So he is coming over here and making his way all along the highway. But it is very interesting that it is definitely importing for the entire region now. And you can see it's really getting a lot of juice, which really I think is going to mean a lot of those are going to go away. So now we can move on to the second part of my build. What I want to do is I want to kind of follow the same idea that we've got going on here in the hilly area and kind of continue on a few things here. One, we've got some of these roads coming out and we have interchanges on them. Maybe we come out this way, because I've got this road all set to extend that I built the last time I had the save. Yeah, and that could be what we do. I mean, I'd really love to see one of these extend too, but I don't really feel like building an interchange today, so I'm going to go with this. And we're going to continue this road up into the hills. And this one is pretty much, yeah, I think going to come out that way. So if we just kind of continue like this, that gives us a lot of space to work with. Now we've got a hill, so that is going to be a little bit of a challenge. Of course, we always have challenges with terrain, but, you know, it worked out pretty well over here. We've got a hill there, and I think it'll work fine. So what we're going to do then is we're going to come back and we're going to get some other roads going. Okay, so another thing we're going to do with this is we're going to get a train station out here, I think. And that is going to have a line coming into Dean Station just to provide a little bit more transportation. So what we want to do, of course, is come in here and we'll get kind of like downtown of a city here. And I like it being a wider road in some regards, but I also feel like it's not entirely European. So I think at some point we're going to, well, I guess it's okay. It'll be kind of like a bigger highway. Maybe what we'll do is we'll get a smaller town over in here. Yeah, so like this is going to be the downtown of an old town. An old village. We'll put it this contour line, I think. Yeah, so we don't have to go up too high. So what we'll do is we'll right click, get it a little bit flat here. And that is going to be where the train station goes. So we'll go ahead and get that in here. And once again, I wish they were just a little bit smaller, but we work with what we have. So we're going to go there, and then we will come in, and we want to right-click here, and we just want a smooth path that way. And this train line is going to come right through here, and then curve in like that, and I think that will work just fine. A nice way for a train to get over here, and then of course we can bring it in nice here, straight that way, and that way. And then we can go ahead and get a passenger line here. It's not going very far, it doesn't have to go very far. And there's nowhere I really want it to go on that side. It'll just be a little commuter rail. And come back and finish that. So that line is going to be called 2. We don't have a town name. Town name here. Okay. And I also want to come down, and we're only going to have 2 vehicles on that line. So now we want to build a little bit out here, and I think that rail could go further and get more lines going too. But anyway, once again, we're going to come in here and we're going to try to make this into a town here. So we'll get a small road in front of the train station, and that's going to be the high street. So I want the high street to come off of this road. So I think what we want to do is we're going to smooth to there. And then the high street, once again, can come up this way. And maybe this road continues out that way. Is there a road that we could connect it to relatively easily? Yeah, this one here. Although I feel like maybe this one. We'd have to come through here. Just trying to find... So I'm thinking that this high street would have been a town that would go to, or a road that would go to another one. And you know what we could do? We could have... Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this back out. And this is going to continue like that. And then I want to bring a road off of here. It curves in like this. And then we're going to have an alley, which was the original road, continue down here. And so the idea is that this road originally made its way down into the old town there. And it's just going to end there. And then over here, yeah, then we've got this road coming in. This is the high street. So then this road, I also want it to continue along this way. And I think we'll bring another one out this way, as if that was a newer road built too. And then down in here, we're going to get a lot of older roads. So we're going to smooth this out nice. And then we're going to get some roads in here that just kind of make their way around, but that all kind of feed into this area, just to give a little like village type feel to it. But they're going to dead end. They're not going to come together and join. Let's take this one out. Yeah. And maybe, I guess, bring this up a tiny bit again. And maybe this one continues and joins it like that. I like that. So this is a little town here, and I guess we can extend this a little bit more. And we can get just a little bit more in here too. Yeah, okay, let's give it a town name. So looking at this, we've got this Umber Street here. And maybe we call this Umber then. Simple little town. And it connects there. We can unpause. And that should all go away. Okay, so now I want to get just a tiny bit of European style low density in here. And I don't want it to go too deep. Just gonna do like right there and a little bit more along the high street here. Okay, and then the rest of this is going to be European low density housing. And actually, maybe here we get row housing. So you're on the high street, but you're residential here. Just to give a tiny bit of variation in there. And to get a little bit more people in here. Same thing over here. I think I want to get a little bit of row housing like that. And then we'll go ahead and have it be on the outside of these roads too. And let's get just a little bit of row housing here. Actually, let's get like a medium density building there. Like a developer came in and did just one building. And then these can continue with low density as well. Okay, so we'll let that fill in. Okay, so this filled in, and I have a couple of thoughts. One, I really like how the row housing looks. I don't like the low density here. I think, okay, I want some, but I do want to come in and get a little bit more row housing, particularly where we have things that are like a straight amount here. So you can get like several of them together. So we're going to upgrade just a little bit around the village, and then and actually might be good. And then we'll come in, and I also want to, I'm going to try a couple of things. One, I'm going to try a little bit of the higher density in here, because I don't like, I mean, these are all gas stations there. That does not look good, but we're going to let all of this change now. All right, and while that is changing, I do want to add some services out here. So we are going to come in, we're going to get a fire station, and we'll put that, can we fit it over here? We can. I think it'll work fine here. Oh, look at that, milestone 17, flourishing metropolis. That is so great. Okay, but what I want to do is we'll get that, and then we'll come in and we'll get a police station. I wish it wasn't quite so big, because, you know, being that big, it kind of makes it hard. But we're going to put it over here then. Maybe right here. And then, of course, we need to get a school out here as well. We'll get an elementary school on this road. So it's on the high street, but a little bit out of town. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to assign the districts to each of these. And we need to extend this district. Now that I built some stuff outside of where we had it. There we go. Okay, and then once again, get the police station operating only in this district, and the fire station only in this district. And of course, to make this more European, let's go ahead and add in those roundabouts. Get a medium one there and a medium one here. And maybe even get a small one in there and over here. And of course, now that I put the school there, it is going to be mad. Let's go ahead and move the school over a tiny bit. That'll give us space to put a playground in anyway. So we can come in here, we can add playground right there. And speaking of playgrounds, let's go ahead and add a couple of small parts. We've got a couple areas that we might be able to get some really tiny stuff, like here, small playground there. And we'll get a small playground, just trying to fill in these gaps a tiny bit. Right there. So we've got 2 playgrounds in town. That should be good. It does not need much. It's a very small town here. And yeah, this is going to look much better for the high street here. Probably going to be a little bit more business than we need, though. So let's actually, I know I'm making all these little changes, but we're going to go ahead and get row houses in here too. And we'll go ahead and get them to be pretty deep. And the same thing over here. Because I think this industry, or this commercial, is going to be more than enough for this whole little area. And then we can get lots of people, especially because they can very easily hop on this train and get right over here to the main train station here, which is surrounded by commercial. And so that should be good. But anyway, then the next thing we want to do is just come in and we are going to add our trees. Once again, we want this. We want to get the get a mix in there of mature trees. Just kind of fill it in. I'm just going to fill in some of those gaps. And what we could do, actually, we could also come out here and we could get a tiny bit of the low density commercial out there, like the newer stuff coming in there. I think that'll be good. And then maybe even an office or two. Really low density stuff there. Yeah, I like that. So we've got just a little bit of medium density residential. I keep saying the wrong zoning type today. I think it's because I've been sick the last few days, but I don't know. There's never any true excuses, right? So anyway, we're coming in here and we're going to smooth this out, of course. Make that look a little bit better. And then come back with our vegetation here. Make it look like this town has been here for a while. And then we'll get a little bit of the evergreens in. Once again, to just fill in some of this town here. And I think we might end up leaving it open. Let's take it out along this power line here, though. Right like that. Okay, so then we're not going to have time to expand out in there, but I think this could probably be very similar to that. But we will get this town in here, and we might be able to get some forestry right in here too, which would be really good. But overall, I feel pretty good. We got this in here, which is exceedingly popular because it is the only train station in the region for cargo, and hopefully somebody on the North American side will get one built soon. But that is going to improve some of the issues we've been having here. You can see we have fewer of those warnings in downtown now already, so that's good. Those will go away over time, I believe, now that we have a more efficient way of getting that cargo into town. And I also lowered the tax rate by 1% on industrial, so I did that off camera. You guys didn't even notice. But anyway, I'm going to come in here, and I just want to clean this up a little bit now that we are getting a little bit more of the cities a little bit older and stuff like that. We'll go ahead and we'll get some more greenery in here. Just trying to make things look a little bit better as we go here. And there we are. That should work. That got a little bit more greenery in there. And again, I do like how this is looking. Umber has this like high street that is pretty popular. And then we've got a few things off to the side. Nothing too fancy. Yeah, I like this. Could probably actually get another alley in there, but I don't think we're going to bother with it. Maybe what I'll do... Actually, we're going to do this. We're going to come in with a pedestrian pathway, which will make it look like an alley. And then get just a little bit more trees in here, just to fill that gap a tiny bit. But anyway, that's it for today. Be sure to click on the video on the screen. It should be the next one in the series if it is out. If not, be sure to check the official playlist. The link to that is down below. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Take care.